City's under-19s bowed out of the UEFA Youth League at the quarter-final stage yet again, after defeat to AS Roma in the Italian capital. Roma were familiar opposition to City, as this was the third time the two sides had met this season, the Blues with the upper hand, winning on both occasions. Patrick Vieira was forced into making two changes to the side that beat Schalke. Brandon Barker and Matthias Bossart didn't travel due to injury, meaning Bersant Celina filled in on the left-hand side, with Cameron Humphreys at right back. If the previous two games between these sides was anything to go by, it was going to be a tight affair. This, though, was far from that. Roma captain Pellegrini seeing his shot whistle past Gunn's post, before Pozzo couldn't quite believe his luck when his close-range attempt fell straight into the wanting arms of Marchigiani. Angelino then produced pass of the match with this roundhouse, that eventually led to Ambrose skipping inside his man, before unleashing a shot that was pushed away again by the Roma shot stopper. Gunn was admittedly the busier of the two keepers in the opening quarter of the game. Firstly, he got fingertips on Di Mariano's cross, and 8 minutes later he again got the faintest of touches on D'Urso's attempt to prevent the hosts taking the lead. Ambrose worked Marchigiani again on 56 minutes with this effort, but the turning point came just 2 minutes later. City captain Brian had earlier been booked, and when he clumsily challenged Pellegrini, there were no excuses for what was coming next. Down to 10, the inevitable happened. Roma took the lead. A whipped ball from the left fell kindly to substitute Vestenicki, and the striker blasted home. Replays show just how lucky the striker was. That scenario then repeated itself 6 minutes from time, even though it looked a little harsh on first viewing. Burns' challenge on Di Mariano was deemed a booking by the referee, the Irishman's second, and City were down to 9, much to the disbelief of Vieira and co. From the free kick, the hosts doubled their advantage. Pellegrini with a belter from all of 30 yards that put the home faithful into raptures. Credit to the Blues, they made life difficult for Roma in the closing stages. Angelino was pulled back when through on goal. Again the red was flashed, this time at Capradossi. Ambrose kept his cool to half the deficit from the penalty spot, but it wasn't going to be enough for Vieira's squad. A valiant effort from the Blues, with their only loss this year in Europe being this quarter-final. Final score from Rome, AS Roma 2, City 1.